Hey everybody, welcome back to Everyday Journey. Today we're going to do a specific video for one of my viewers. I believe it's Stephen Maras, if that's pronounced right. He was asking about the trigger assembly because he has one of these and he couldn't get it assembled back together properly. Something about the springs and stuff inside it. So we're just going to take this apart so we can get to that, and then we'll be able to see what it is, how this one is done, and that way hopefully he can copy that so that he can get his done as well. He may have already gotten it done by now, but maybe somebody else has that problem also, and maybe this will help them out. So y'all sit back and drink some coffee with me, and we'll take this thing apart. And just so everybody knows, this is a Stihl FS70R trimmer. If you've got one, hopefully this helps you. Stihl specifically likes to use these T27 Torx bits or screws. So we've got one in here. Hopefully this will make it a little quicker. This one right here, if you remember from my previous video here, I actually broke this one off, so we don't have to worry about that one. First off, take off the cover for the carburetor. Pull that off. And then we just start working our way around this thing, trying to get the housing off of it so that we can actually get this trigger assembly off as well. So I just make sure I've got it tight so we're not going to lose any of our fuel out of it. And then I'm going to go through here and start removing all these cover bolts. Now the one thing you want to make sure when you put this thing back together, if you're using impact, be very careful. So I'm not going to worry about these 4 screws here because these are what holds the motor to this housing, and I don't think we need to take those off. So there's one here in the back, and if you got a magnet like this, makes it a little easier to get some of these out sometimes. That one is different, so we need to make sure and keep that separate. And try not to drop them like I just did. And I think that's all of them on the bottom except for these 2, which I don't want to do yet. See if there's any more on the side. No, I don't see any more, so we'll go ahead and take those 2 loose. So we should be able to try to lift off this top assembly, or top cover. See if removing the spark plug cable helps any. There we go. Yep. We're actually going to have to flip it back over. Because this handle is actually 2 pieces and it goes the full length, connects to the top. So again, let's see if we can't do this without actually messing with any of the way that the handle is together in that trigger assembly, so that we can specifically show him how that goes back together. So we'll take that top cover off. At this point we can probably pull this shaft out, keep it from being an issue. Alright, so as we can see with this all together, right now I'm pushing on the safety release, just that you have to push before you can pull the trigger. You can see that right there is connected up here to this little bit that has the cutoff switch, and it just moves out of the way so that you can actually do the trigger. We'll see if we can't get this part off of here so we can see the trigger assembly. So here's a side view of that, just if that's a part of your issue. And like I said, it just pivots like that and gets out of the way of the trigger. So let's move that out of the way. And here's the trigger assembly. As you pull, it's got the spring down there on the left hand side. That's actually what pulls it back. It just pushes down into, there's 4 little plastic pieces, 2 on each side, here and then here, that all this pushes down into. And again, at this point you can pull the trigger up and it pulls the throttle cable. So let's see if we can't get that to lift up any. So I'm going to just try to pull up on this. There we go. So it pulls up and out and then goes like this. So you can flip the throttle cable up and then slide it out, and then here's our trigger. So again, the spring needs to be put into this recess right here, coiling around this way and then going down, and then we will actually just put this thing back in, because mine is together, or was together, and we want to make sure that it stays that way. So at least at the moment it's working fine. So we'll just put it back down through the groove. I believe the spring goes on the inside there. So push all that down, check out that it's working, and then we go ahead and put our cutoff switch, our kill switch, and our handle for the throttle engagement, I guess. I don't know what you would call that. Alright, that seems to be in place. Right now you try to pull on the throttle, it doesn't go. You have to lift up on that and then pull the throttle, now it goes. So I think that's all we got. Alright, so at this point we got to make sure our wires are going back inside this track so that they don't get in the way whenever you put the head back on here. So yeah, now we just got to put it back together. Alright, so it's back together. You can see right here, this is working like it should. I can't pull the trigger without pushing that. Pull it, push it down, and now I can pull the trigger up. So everything's back the way it should be. And Steven, hopefully you figured this out on your own. If that way you didn't have to wait on me. But if you didn't, now you got a video there you can watch. Hopefully it helps out others too. And that's all we got. One thing I got to do is plug this back in. That way I can go use it. There we go. So if you like the video, definitely hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, y'all take care.